Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, everyone. Today, I want to talk about self-love, a love letter to Dearself. Let me begin with a question. When was the last time you genuinely said, I love you to yourself? Not as a joke, not in passing, but sincerely. If you ever hesitated, even for a moment, then this video is for you. Today, I want to talk about a kind of love that is often overlooked. The love that we owe to ourselves. My speech is about a self-love, a love letter, not to anyone else, but to myself or to anyone who has ever felt like they weren't enough. Why am I talking about this? Because I know there are people out there who would doubt, criticize themselves, and forgotten to appreciate who they are, including myself. I've also learned that self-love isn't vanity, but it's survival. And today, I'm here to share that truth with you. So, how do we begin this journey of self-love? Let's break it down into 3 truths I've learned along the way. Firstly, self-love is not selfish. We are taught to put others first. But how can we pour from an empty cup? Loving yourself allows you to love others better. It's setting boundaries, saying no when needed, and resting without guilt. No one's gonna remind you, so let me remind you. Self-love is a superpower. When you love yourself first, everything in your life starts to align. Self-love isn't selfish. It's the foundation for growth, happiness, and confidence. So, claim your power. For example, you can think of a time when you were burnt out. How well did you support those around you? Probably not your best. That's why self-care isn't indulgent, but it's essential. Secondly, self-love is about accepting your imperfections. You are not meant to be perfect. Flaws make you human. Embracing them is part of embracing your whole self. Like this quote from Becky Webb, loving someone isn't about their perfection, it's about coming to accept every part of them, their good qualities, their weakness and flaws, looking on everything they are and loving it all. For example, people are used to get obsessed over failure, but only some begin seeing them as lessons instead of limitations. That is how people start to grow. Another reminder, self-love is the act of forgiving yourself for past mistakes, celebrating your progress and trusting that you are exactly where you need to be. It's about giving yourself the grace to grow, the courage to dream, and the permission to prioritize your own well-being. You are deserving of your own love, no matter what. Lastly, self-love is a practice, not a destination. Some days it's easy, some days it's not. But like any relationship, the one you have with yourself requires patience, kindness, and commitment. Self-love is not a state of being. It's a practice you return to every single day. Quote from Young Pueblo. How do you practice self-love? Here's some example that I've done. You can treat yourself to something nice, spending time with your friends and family, do the thing you love, and get a supporting pet. How would you practice self-love? Please comment down below. In conclusion, self-love isn't selfish, but it's essential. It's not about being perfect, but about accepting your whole self. And it's a practice, not a one-time event. So, I invite you to write your own love letter. Start with, Dear Me, and pour out your heart. Remind yourself of your own strength, your worth, your beauty. And next time, when you pass a mirror, say with no hesitation, I love you. To end my video, I'll give you one last quote from Rupi Kaur. She says, how you love yourself is how you teach others to love you. Thank you. That's all from me.